So today is Fraturday, and I want to give this thing a rip. Picked up a Spectrum receiver a week ago, so that's got to go into an RC. But we had the ExB out, and it took a bit of a beating. Of course, the body is poking through. I haven't shoe gooed it, but when bodies are painted on the outside, they take a pretty bad abuse, I guess you would say. They just get scratched up and you can't polish them out. And that's why I like the red body a little bit better than the ExB body. Even though they look cool, brand new, when they get scratched up, this dull paint here just looks a mess, and the thing just looks black. But I have a steering issue. It's really super tight, and we're gonna figure out why. So I'm gonna get the body off, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get it off the ground, and we're gonna wiggle the steering back and forth, and then I'm gonna feel how tight it is. So the first thing you want to do is get it off the ground, and it's still super tight. One thing I notice is that this upper control arm is wiggling. So I don't know if it's in the knuckles or if it's in the steering. I do know my servo saver was feeling kind of funny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the steering linkage and see if I can wiggle the steering freely with the servo saver basically disconnected. We're going to raise this thing back up, and I've got, it's not free flowing. I feel like something's wrong on this side. Something's wrong here at the pillow ball. This side, the bottom is loose like crazy. Pillow ball came loose. This one, the top pillow ball seems loose, but something's going on. Like, it was fine up until yeah, see, the servo feels okay, but that little nub I was telling you guys about took a beating. There's a lot of play in it, but we're gonna pop off these wheels and see what's going on. So, got the wheels off. Something definitely going on right here. Something's wrong right here. So, we are going to take a look at this one. And there we go. So something happened to the bottom where it tightened up. And that one loosened up. a lot. I'm going to take this cap off and take a look inside. Doesn't seem bent. Seems straight. Seems like the shocks are going too far down too. These pillow ball things really drive me crazy because they just don't stay in. It's a problem that they should have fixed a long time ago. Is that every time I run this thing, whether it's my other Outcast or this one, I have these stupid pillow ball things locking up, causing steering issues. Look how loose this upper arm is. Just sloppy. Bottom arm's okay. Top arm's terrible. This one's the same. See if this one's loose. This was the one falling out. So that one stayed right where it was supposed to stay. So, it looks like I still have pillow ball issues, even on the new ExB. So, Teflon tape it. Seems like really the only solution to these things. I mean, you can buy the M2C stuff, but I'd rather drill and put a set screw in there so that these things don't turn. And I might end up doing that. Is just drilling this right here and throwing a set screw in it, and then they can't turn. Now that I've got it adjusted where it needs to be. Might be a way of doing it. God, it's so like rough. That's ridiculous. Well, I think my best bet is I'm going to throw some super glue on them. I'm going to clean them. And like I did with the last one, I'm going to throw some super glue just on the edge so that it'll stop backing out. Got some alcohol. Clean them off. So, I got some Insta-Set so that we can set up the glue real quick. Insta-set. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue. We're going to set it. Same thing with the bottom. A little bit of glue. Set it. And then they shouldn't come undone now. Now they should be tight to where they won't turn easily. So that's good. And my steering's back to normal. So I'm going to go ahead, hook the screw back up, the single screw. We're going to hook this back in. Steering back to normal. Throw the wheels back on. I'm going to grab the controller and see if the steering's fixed. But it looks like all that happened was the pillow ball adjusters tightened up on their own. It's a known problem with these things. And I've tried Teflon tape, and it doesn't always work. It'll hold it temporarily. But it's not a permanent fix. Where the glue seems to hold it permanently. See? And that's how it should turn. So we know that's going to fix it. So now I'm going to hook up the battery again. And I'm going to make sure that the controller can operate it. It wouldn't operate it. So when I picked it up when I was out there, it wouldn't even do that. Oh, and don't hit the trigger on your bench. Servox servos. Are so noisy all the time. But that fixed that. We're going to get it out again this weekend. I'm going to get it a little cleaned up, not much. I'm going to lower this front down a little bit. And see if I can get these arms to be, see, a little more straighter there. And not so cranked up. And there we go. So that's the fix. You guys saw what I had to do. I try to show you guys everything, but next thing I'm going to do is I've got to check why this pinion got super tight, which is another issue. And I have a feeling the grub screw is stripped on this one. Oh look, the grub screw's loose again. So with the grub screw being loose, I've got to pop this side plate out. To get the side off. Then those motor mount bolts weren't super tight. So there's two grub screw on this one, and it looks like I tightened this one. Something feels funny with this motor mount. I think the motor mount bent. That's what I think. It's a lot of side-to-side play. It bent the motor mount plate. That's funny. See all that wiggle? It bent the little tabs on the Arrma motor mount. So I'll show you what's going on. So right in here, this groove is bent out. So it's allowing the motor to wiggle, because this is supposed to slip in and be tight. And now with the bottom being bent down there, it's got a lot of wiggle left to right. So what happened is it cocked this gear, and there's no way to set up the mesh because it'll be tight. It needs to be over there, and then that's free. But its natural position now is bent this way, and it makes it tight. So the only thing I can do to really correct it or get it to work a little bit better is to maybe put a smaller gear and get it to sit in that mount a little farther. I might have another one of these big mounts. I don't think I do though. Yeah, this mount is bent. It's coming like this, and then it bends back. And it sucks because the top one comes all the way out to the edge, and this one comes way to the inside. So yeah, I've got a motor mount issue. And now I have to figure out how to solve it. So I'm going to look more into that, see how I can correct that motor mount. The PPS mount, which is this silver part, it's doing okay. It didn't oblong the slot at all, but it bent this slot right here. And that's just hard landings and this being so thin. Because I noticed it right after the crash. But I'll look into see what I can do about repairing that. What is that? Rock. Rock underneath the transmission. See, all these little spots like this shouldn't be this way. Just get stuff caught into it. But we know the issue with both parts now. We know the issue with the steering, what that was. So we know the issue with the motor mount now. And we got the steering fixed. So I'm going to look at fixing this heavy beast. And as you see, 47, so 47.39. I might go down to say a 44 and slow down some of the wheel speed. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. That way I can get the motor deeper onto this ridge, and then it won't flex on the part that's missing so much on that groove, because I'm running it on the ragged edge with this PPS mount. So I'm going to go ahead and drop probably a 44, 45, something like that. 42. So I'm going to get the motor more to the inside of this mount and see if I can support it a little better that way. But that's going to end this video. Like, comment, subscribe. We know what's going on with the ExB, so I should be able to rip it. I'm going to get some batteries charged up in this one. Get the ready to run Outcast. I'm going to run them both again this weekend and take it back to the same spot and see if we can get some more bashing done. Like, comment, subscribe. We will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.